I'm Earl Exum, Vice President of V2500 engine programs at Pratt Whitney and President of International Aero Engines AG. I'm standing in front of an aircraft flown by the famous Tuskegee Airmen. When you consider the contributions African Americans have made to the history of aviation, consider this. We in the aerospace industry are standing on the shoulders of giants that refuse to let others define them or limit their aspirations. Today, I invite you to revive and relive the untold, the unrecognized, and inspirational stories of some of the most influential African American contributors to aviation history.
Bessie Coleman wanted to be a pilot. Unfortunately, because of her skin color in the United States of America, she wasn't able to do that.
She was born just 30 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, and racism was very real and very deep at that time. She packed her things and she moved to a country that would let her pursue her dream.
She actually studied French and then went on to France. I can't possibly imagine learning a different language in just months and doing a whole pilot's course in a different language.
So she gets her pilot's license, and that was just the beginning. She becomes a stunt pilot, and she comes back to the United States and decided that if you wanted me to perform in your air show, it would not be segregated, it would be integrated. People could come in through the same entrance and feel a sense of equity and equality.
Lieutenant Willa Brown. She's a woman, she's an African American woman, and she's a Native American woman. In that period of time, that was not acceptable in terms of giving her the freedoms to progress the way that she did.
And for her, she put it all on the line, and she said, I'm gonna go chase a dream.
First African American woman to earn a pilot's license in the United States. First to then go on and also earn a commercial pilot's license. She advocated for desegregation in the military. She trained over 200 pilots to become the future Tuskegee Airmen. She continued on to become the first African American woman to be promoted to the Civil Air Patrol, the first to run for congressional office. You know, the list just continues, and the woman is just phenomenal.
What I walk away with is pride. It's honorable to know that there is someone that looks like me. And when I say looks like me, has the same skin complexion as me, that was so successful. It makes me go to work every day and push forward and thrive to be better, be greater, and be stronger.
Cornelius Coffey was an auto mechanic who had an interest in aerospace and flying.
Cornelius Coffey faced a lot of hurdles with trying to become a pilot. And I can't imagine the first day he showed up to the school with his letter of acceptance in hand, which I'm sure said all this raving things because his credentials were top notch. And for them to look at him in the face and then say, oh, we made a mistake, this wasn't intended for you, it's got to be devastating. He's like, I'll make my own airplane with a motorcycle engine. Who does that, right? I'm not gonna do that. He did that, and he taught himself how to fly. And then he went and got the credentials, which are key. He was the first African American to have an A&P license, the first to add a joint pilot license. And then he said, well, there needs to be a school to teach Black aviators so that they can excel in this groundbreaking arena. And so he created an aviation school.
He opened the doors to everyone, but clearly a lot of the people who came looked like him, and he shared his dream and gave life and breathed life into dreams of others who wanted to go into aviation. Some of the students he had turned out to be Tuskegee Airmen.
The Tuskegee Airmen are just a great example of focus and determination and an unwillingness to be deterred in meeting an objective.
Because of what they looked like, the color of their skin, they were not viewed as being capable.
They were in training. They had to really outperform even what would have been a reasonable standard simply to earn their wings. And then after earning their wings, they had to fight to actually be deployed into the combat theater that they had been trained to serve in.
They took every mission, and some of the missions they took were the missions that other squadrons wouldn't have wanted, and they carried them out with honor and conviction.
They flew courageously and with distinction, and that's evidenced by the many distinguished flying crosses. And frankly, the survival rates of the bomber crews that they escorted is a testament to their performance.
I look at them as indirect mentors, if you will. They helped pave the way for many that came before myself, and they helped pave the way for me more directly.
In order for our industry to evolve and improve and get better, we really depend on people who are willing to break new ground and not be deterred as they strive to meet some objective.
Just without them, these things may not have been possible or may have been greatly delayed.
We can come from different starts in life and have different experiences, but that doesn't mean that we can't get aligned and make it all work.
Having thoughts, ideas, backgrounds that ultimately have one shared vision.
Creating a melting pot so you can get the best and brightest and solve challenging problems.
We are better if we are together.
Diversity is being invited to the dance, and inclusion is being asked to dance. You know, that is something that we can all understand. It's simple.
I'm constantly motivated each and every day as I think back to not only fulfill the dream that they set forth, but to carve and mold my own personal dream and then leave a trailblaze for the people of the future.